Welcome to SouFLoTV again, everybody. It's your host with the most. So right into the story with no delay. I'm going to put two female faces up throughout this entire video, along with other pictures. And the other pictures might just be pictures of the area, like the beautiful area of Mandeville, Jamaica, Manchester, them where the man them call Galchester and these kind of things, right? So you can rock out to the scenery and enjoy the pictures, but listen to the story, because the story is where it's at. See, I know there's one particular picture I want you to really pay attention to, and it's the picture of a kitchen window and the grill. You know, in Jamaica, we grill up our house, right? Some of we who can afford to grill up the house anyway, we grill up the house, or those of us who live in areas where we feel we need to grill up our house, or in places where grilling the house is actually a statement. Not only does it say it's going to be hard for you to break in here, I am trying to keep criminals out, but it also says my house is well protected, kind of thing. And the grill has become something of a decoration these days, because the ironwork man them now play with the design of the grill them. So it has become a part of our culture to grill up the house. But I was really amazed at how this man tear off the grill off of the house. And I'm wondering, then grill can come off a house so easy? The way how the grill lift up and out of the concrete wall. And then all these panes of windows removed. I'm saying, you in your house, you don't hear this again. You don't hear the grill getting ripped off the house, bust out of the concrete wall. You didn't hear the panes of windows being removed after the grill get ripped out of the wall. And the man went in the house and slept with two women one time. So, I know y'all have seen the story, but from this angle, what the streets are saying versus what we hear and see in the media versus what truth is truth, we don't know. We're just looking in from all angles. Alright. Shout out to the Observer out of Jamaica. Mandeville, Manchester. 3 children, ages 13, 8, and 2. Them 3 picnic they get left without their mother following this early morning attack in the home on Knowles Crescent in Mandeville just a few days ago. Now, the police have reported that the children's mother, which was Shanika Dixon, I'm gonna stick to the story, you know. Shanika Dixon, she's 29 years old and she's a hairdresser. And her friend is 35 years old and a bartender. We're going to call her Miss Mullins. They were both asleep when a man who is believed to have been in an intimate relationship with the 29-year-old one, Dixon, allegedly forced his way into the house by removing the burglar bar, like I showed in that picture, and pop out the grill out of the wall, and took out panes of windows one by one through the kitchen window. It is reported that he shot first Dixon, which is the one he was with intimately, allegedly. Him kill she first. And then he gave it to the other one, Miss Mullins. Dixon, the woman who was with him in a them intimate relationship, her 3 children were actually in the house at the time. I know there's this big thing going on right now with them dash for the picnic and them dash for the woman along with the picnic and all this. So on this one I have to say, praises be to the Most High that the picnic them got spared, because ages 13, 8, and 2. You understand? So she's 29 and she has a 13-year-old. Alright. She have an 8-year-old and a 2-year-old. He spared the children. Didn't do nothing to the children. So a resident of the area who spoke to the Jamaica Observer said that Dixon, the 29-year-old one that got that show, she and her boyfriend, they were having regular domestic disputes. From other entities, they're also saying that the regular domestic disputes them was nothing quiet. Them did loud. Them did out a door. And she never ramp for cuss him, you know. And she never ramp for style him, you know. And she never ramp for do him the way how she do him, you know. So, on Sunday, this is one account. The person says, on Sunday, please don't call my name. On Sunday, I was at home and I heard noise coming from Shanika's apartment. That's the 29-year-old. And when I look, it was she and her boyfriend quarreling. She told him a lot of bad words and told him not to tell any lies on her. Don't tell no lie upon me, man. So, what we're hearing from the other end was she was accused of having an affair. And that's why she left him. And the man was saying that, yeah, take me for clown, yeah, take me for idiot, and this yeah do. And she's saying, don't tell no lie upon me. We're going to talk in a minute about who she was supposedly having the affair with and all these other things. Remember, I know who she get killing at the house with. 2 women in her house, grill get broke off at the house, window panes get taken out. Nobody heard that the man made his way into the house, killed 2 of them, and left. And left 3 picnic in there. And nobody saw him come or leave. It's either this was a mansion and they were away on the other side of the mansion, or somebody was sleeping really, really dead. Anyhow, according to the resident, a friend of Dixon's lover, so that her man will end up rip off the grill off of the house, a friend of his was with him at the time. And he, the friend, said to her, but you can't handle the man, so. Yo, you can't style up the man, so, my girl. But she reportedly told the friend that him can't do me nothing. A fussy, a punk. Him can't do me nothing. Up to yesterday, which was Tuesday, Shanika came out, and this is the same person giving an account now. The person said, up to yesterday, Tuesday, Shanika came out, and she started to curse him out, the same boyfriend. And him just stand up there in the back of the house. And him not saying a word to her. And she cuss him, and she style him like dog, and him never say a word to her. This morning, just before 2 o'clock now, I heard some loud explosions coming from Shanika's apartment again. Same apartment where I heard all this loud noise coming from before, where they were always quarreling and arguing. And then her 8-year-old son bawl out, say, "Why? Mommy dead." And then the police were called. By this time now, her 13-year-old daughter came out and started crying. And the poor little 13-year-old girl, she just dropped down on the ground and started rolling her ground, and she a ball. You see it? So the resident said that Dixon's friend, Miss Mullins now, she had been staying at the apartment for the past 3 weeks. Now, I have intel that says that Miss Mullins actually have her man, herself, her husband. I don't know if it's common law husband or married by law husband. I'm sure my audience will fill in the description below, in the comment section below rather. But she was visiting, and they're saying that her husband is saying, or her common law husband or her living man was saying, she was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. Remember me tell you, the accusation of the cheating and the affair, and don't tell no lie upon me, and all this. Alright. Police said yesterday that a suspect who was listed as a person of interest was held at the Williamsfield main road in the parish and was taken into police custody and was to be interviewed in the presence of his attorney and blah blah blah. And of course we have the picture of him, cause nobody no show him face yet. They claim that they are keeping his identity until all this blows over. Well, we have his picture. So anyhow, as I read through some of these comments, let me go back over to the Observer. Cause as I read through some of these comments now, I am going to put in what the streets are say. Alright? See it here. So, Holy Perv say, a toxic relationship on both sides does not justify murder though. We shouldn't let death and prison be an option in a relationship. R.I.P. Couples argue. But if the argument get too heated, then hold both tongues, cool off and walk away. Remember, Vile words are a form of abuse too. Stop all forms of abuse in your relationship. Respect yourself and respect each other, especially if children are in the house. Don't be with anyone who can't respect themselves first. It's 2020. Men today must have an abundant mindset. Find your God-given purpose in a life. Find a few things to be passionate about. Spend the bulk of your time doing them and improving yourself for your own personal satisfaction, not to attract females. Females will then find you attractive because you have found your purpose in a life and you have the wealth to show for it. So go out and build something. Find something to live for other than your relationship. Go chase legal wealth. Turn your hobby into a moneymaker. Concentrate on your health. Work out, eat right, go to the gym, improve your general knowledge, read. Shore up your mental health. Learn a new language. Learn to play a new instrument. Volunteer in your church or in your community. Do some fasting. You know what I say? Clean out your body sometime. Take a wash out. Deepen your spiritual connection with you and your creator. This way you can walk away from bad relationships without violence. And you can always see new possibilities. Be humble. But have other things going on in your life. Black men, let money, lust, nor jealousy lead you astray from God. Don't keep friends who are ruled by money, lust, nor jealousy either. They will lead you to hell or take you there with them. Words of wisdom, I tell you. Yes, indeed. Because I did a part on this show where I said, listen, me now. First of all, the man them need to find other things that are more valuable to them in life than money. I mean, than them woman. Some men seem like they're living for their relationship, and if the relationship falls apart, then their life is over. You need to take yourself out of that mindset. And this person who wrote this just now, rewind it and listen to it as I read it to you, because this person hit every nail on the head and could not have said it better. I remember though, a counselor saying to me one time when I was in the military, he's a guidance counselor, and he said, don't worry about a woman. Don't worry about your relationship if it's falling apart. Once they decide to go their separate way, your relationship is pretty much over. You have to accept that, because it takes two people to actually make a relationship work, and both parties have to be on the same page that no matter what, we want this relationship to work. If ever one individual says, you know what, this is done for me, you can't be over there saying, I am going to make it work. You cannot make anything work with someone who does not want to make it work when it takes two to make it work. You understand the mathematics there? Right. So, with that said, he said to me, listen now, get your finances in order. Get your passion in order. Build your resume. Own things. Build your bank account. Shore up yourself in that manner. Move your status in life upward. And then you will see that a different group of women are actually attracted to you. A different type of woman is attracted to you than what you are going to be leaving behind. And it's true. It's very much true. Unless you go looking for the lower class and decide that that's what you want to be with. But the circles in which your life will take you, once you focus on your passion, turn it into a moneymaker, shore up yourself, go get a degree somewhere, learn to play a new instrument, learn a new language, build a business, turn your passion into a moneymaker, that part. You know what I'm saying? And then you will start to see your circle change. So my brothers them need to understand that still. Cause this whole tear off the girl figure kill woman in there is something else. But the story out the road and the streets are saying that our friend has stayed at our house for 3 weeks now because our friend have problems too with fear man. But I left our friend, left our man and come live with she. And she put out fear her own man. to keep our friend in there. So they're basically having a relationship going. So the man is accusing her of what he suspects, and he's saying, I sleep with your friend, you kick me out for woman. And she has said, don't tell no lie upon me. And that. Basically, she can't take the cuss out every time them a cuss, even though at neighbor's account, he wasn't the one doing the cussing. Him never seemed to be in the cussing thing too much. Them say more time him would have just stand up the silent and she would style him like dog. And she would cuss him for all 10, 15, 20, 30 minutes straight. And everybody out there could hear it. And they could see him sitting there or just standing there and not responding. So, I've said this to my brothers before I read some more of them comments here. I said, words. You know what I'm saying? Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Lies. A lie. Sometimes a word can cut sharper than a brand new razor blade, you know, man. Deeper than a brand new razor blade. Words. Coming from someone who you are in love with and committed to or have centered yourself on. Coming from a stranger, it might mean nothing to you. But coming from someone who you love so much, it means the world to you. So I tell my brothers this. Never be in a relationship where foul language is a part of you guys' communication between you and your woman. And I can also say the same for the women. It is the first sign that things are not going to last if they're not fixed quickly. And if they continue, that relationship will inevitably come to an end. You hear what I say? So if you guys are in a relationship right now listening to this, and cuss out is a part of it, we're going to use foul language and call each other foul names, and then you get back to lovey-dovey somehow. Please understand that at some point, getting back to lovey-dovey is going to be missing from the relationship. Because one of the two parties is going to start looking at each other with disgust instead of with love and lust. And then, no sex longer there no more. Cause him no want you no more like that. And they're just hanging on to hang on. And you know how the rest go. But I saw the streets attack. So to my people out there, don't be in no relationship with nobody that curse you and call you all kind of name and tell you this. And then I've seen where people who are not cursers put themselves with people that are cursers, and they end up having to curse. Because that's the only way the person you are with communicates effectively is if them cuss you and you cuss them back. You know what I'm saying? I've been in that situation myself, so I know. You could have talked to her nice and quiet. You could have waited a whole week for her to readdress the problem, the issue. Nothing. Person would have rather even go a whole week in the same house with you and not speak to you. The minute you start cuss and say, you know what? I want whole bumper ass clock week gone and I can't FF take this BBCRC PC. Woo! She on fire. Now she'll respond. When she had a whole week to respond, civil. You know what I'm saying? And I realized that, wow, so this is what she is. The only time she would ever communicate effectively, it was never, babe, come here, sit down. Listen, this right here, this bothers me so much, and I can't deal with it. We have to find a way to fix this, because it's bothering me. And then leave your partner to say, look, okay, I messed up right there, and I didn't know it was bothering you. I'm going to try my best to make sure that that never happens again. However, the reason why this, and the other, so we don't go through that same thing again. That's how grown people talk and get over their problem and get on with a beautiful relationship. Sensible relationship leaves room for mistakes. It leaves room for clear communication to address those mistakes and those discomforts and those awkward moments. And then it addresses them, talk to each other, have a conversation with the sole intention of finding a solution so that you can move forward. And then there is forgiveness if there needs to be forgiveness. And then there is getting back to being happy again. That's how effective, sensible relationships work. Anytime you find yourself in a relationship arguing over and over about the same thing week after week, just understand this. You are in a relationship that is going to come to an end. So I don't understand how some people in these messed up relationships and they never saw the end coming. And then when the end comes, them want to kill people. You knew it was going to end. It was a tumultuous relationship all along. Every argument never had a solution. And tomorrow we'll argue about the stuff that happened yesterday plus what happened today. And then next week we'll argue about all the things that happened Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, plus the new stuff that's happening again. Baggage pan top of baggage pan top of baggage. So much water under the bridge that nobody cannot cross it. You see it? Don't find yourself in one of them relationship, the people. But that's what the streets have said. The streets have said is one of them kind of lesbian relationship, lover thing that did go on, and the man feels shame. And after she have the man help her, take care of, picnic them and all these things, the 3 children, she got taking woman pan the man. And other people are saying, no, I know her husband personally. I spoke to them and he's saying that his wife was just visiting her and was in the wrong place at the wrong time. I don't know when my wife would not do a visit her friend, a sleep her yard for 3 weeks straight. Anyhow, sometimes in relationships, you know, it's good to take a break from each other also. Because them say what? Separation or, how them say now? Separation or space or whatever makes the heart grow fonder. You start to miss. And then when you get back together, you rekindle that fire. Anyhow, somebody over here saw in a comment section, I said, the lady who was visiting was an innocent victim based on what the father of her child said. So she have a child too. And this is somebody who I know personally. Seems like she was in the wrong place at the wrong time. Not that the other lady is not a victim too. I'm just saying. And then of course somebody replied, what? Oh my God, that's so sad. My goodness. When people grow with no love, this are the end result. We need to start loving ourselves more than we will know what's toxic and just be mature and move on. Man can't handle disrespect. So she snap and kill him. Or so him snap and kill her. Wow. This is amazing. A baby without a mother. Jano. We have a problem right here in Jamaica. In the interim of and for at least the rest of Black History Month, all Jamaican men must only have dialogue in the country's official language. I guess they must have figured talking a part of the whole rest of the month. For the rest of February, or maybe he's saying English. For the rest of February, there should be no use of profanity, no expletives, and no bad word by the Jamaican men. All men who feel they are victims of any female's indiscretion, they should complain to a community elder. All men must cease and desist from getting involved in any confrontations, no care how minor. You see? All these suggestions sound great. But you tell man not to use no expletives and tell man to stay quiet about what the woman are going to do. When she has sent him up under her mother and all these things. This is what I'm saying. That I've seen it and I've lived it. Where you're not a quarreling person, but you end up with someone who is. And this is the only way they will effectively communicate with you. And at some point you have to make up your mind and say, you know what? This is not working for me. But by that time now, children involved, you involved, and you have to try to figure out how are we going to separate this amicably. How me I going to left this a war boat here? Anyhow, I just hope and pray that the family and friends who will be taking care of these children seek some counseling for them and try to nurture and protect them the best way that they possibly can. I can only hope that they will get over this trauma very quickly. A joke can't make. Them can't get over this. Man can't pop off, grill, come in a house, bye, shut up your mother, and leave, and then you jump out of your bed, go into the room to see your mother sprawl out, hardly breathing and suffering from gunshot, and your sister drop down on the ground and a roll, whoa, mommy dead, and you're supposed to get over this trauma very quickly? That's a joke. Anyway, the person said, I hope the government will step in also, probably to provide counseling for these children, ongoing counseling, a lifetime of counseling, maybe, at least until they are into young adult stage. Why are our men so mentally weak? Is there not something called move on? Good, better, best. The woman move on, but the little weaklings we call men just fall apart. What a shame. Alright. Here what? As long as y'all keep on calling these men weak and weaklings and feel like you're tough, man, you must take disrespect and just move on. I keep on telling y'all, not everybody is going to take your disrespect and your dishonesty and take you using them and laughing at them and treating them like Bugu Yaga and Dudu the same way. Alright? The best way for women, and I'm not blaming women, but we must understand that the man plays a role as much as the woman plays a role. He should have shifted from this relationship a long time ago. But like I said, we are raised a certain way where we believe that those who love us also hurt us, so we stick around. And we're also raised a certain way where we believe that don't just dash for the relationship and move on to somebody else, man. Take time and make it work. Good people will do that. You know what I'm saying? So, at the end of the day, he should have left already if he found that he was with a woman who cussed him all outside in front of people and him just stand up there and not say nothing. And that bubble until it boil over. At the end of the day, she herself should have never been in a relationship like that where she cussed the man, and that is the same man you're going to lay down with at night time. Eventually, love leaves altogether and other things take over. Hate, animosity, anger, as we can see. Anyhow, there are many more comments here. You can go check out The Observer, which is a Jamaican news entity, which I rely on heavily, as well as the others, for added information, as well as on my WhatsApp, where people link up and send pictures and these things and say, SouFLoTV. So, go check them out as well. Shout out to The Observer again. Big up on yourself, my people. Walk good. Alright, and remember, say, things do fall apart. Love somebody, but love them enough to leave room for you to leave, in case you have to leave. Gone are the days when you throw yourself 100% into a relationship, because I know too many people are throw themselves 100% in a relationship no more. Reserve a little bit of something, enough to at least walk away with your sanity. Alright? I'm out. Peace.